Okay, so what I'm gonna do is after the stream, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna record this segment, this last hour, and then we're gonna upload the this portion of us talking about the dev stream up onto YouTube, right? So it's gonna be like titled "My Thoughts on the Dev Stream" or something like that. And as we say that, it starts up. It starts up. So whenever it gets off this stream starting soon, please stand by. We'll we'll bring it up on YouTube, and then you can be like, "Hey, mom, I'm on YouTube." Haha. I don't know what I'm expecting to see from the dev stream this time around. Like, I want to see like the next sort of like expansion that they're gonna be throwing out, like the Deadlock Protocol. I want to see stuff from that. We've already seen Pro T, but I want to see a little bit more gameplay of her as well. You want to see the new war? We call the new war the new wait because we feel like we've been waiting on it for so long.
Okay. All right. Let's move right into. We've done some
Scott's truck is time gated.
Scott's truck is time gated. Totally. Truck stream. Excellent. People are really excited about your truck, so that's good. All right, we're gonna move into a screen that we're all kind of here, and I wanted to talk about sort of the road to TennoCon 2020 as a digital event. We announced that we were going fully digital on March 17th. We had no idea what to expect then, and we still don't know what to expect, but you are going to get an awesome digital event. We're planning toward it. And I think I wanted to put into context kind of the journey to get there. So in May, as you know, we've just kicked off May, and we are aiming to ship Nightwave Series 3, which will start in May and run for, a good chunk of time as you get each episode. In June, you'll see more and more Nightwave. We'll also be shipping the Deadlock Protocol in May. Of course, we're going to put a delay buffer because you never know what's going to happen. Somehow we could have to shut down even further or something. I'm not sure. But if it slips to June, it slips to June. But we really are aiming for May. We're also launching the TennoCon 2020 digital pack in May. So actually next week on all platforms, you'll be able to grab that, and I'll show you what's in there, and we'll talk about that. And then of course, July 11th is our TennoCon digital event 2020. And one thing we wanted to talk about with the Duviri paradox, which we showed at last year's TennoCon, is it's not on the agenda for 2020. That is going to be something that we're going to talk and show more about in 2021. Why that is, and we can talk more about that as a team here. I have everyone's face in this little tiny box. However, this sort of outlines what a Tenno, a Warframe player, can look forward to as we reach that juicy day of TennoCon digital event, which might look a little something like this, but we'll see. Maybe the truck will be done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can have a truck unveiling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Better get to work.
That's what you just need more deadlines, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like a few months
they
ago,
joke and then it goes silent.
We kind of made the decision to commit to the year of New War. It's kind of a bit of a challenge, these kind of new work situations we're in without a studio.
Without a mocap studio. Yeah.
To hit that kind of content creation, I know. Yeah. So bear with us, but we're trying to figure out ways where we can still kind of achieve what we were hoping for. But it's a challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're definitely adapting to a new reality.
Yep, and I could see people in chat kind of even figuring that out even before Rebecca started talking about it. And obviously, we've lost a lot of our facilities. I don't know if Jeff's got a mocap room in his house, but I don't think so.
Nope.
And so, yeah, at TennoCon, we're adapting. We're going to be showing cool stuff. Not the stuff that we had intended to show, but nonetheless, I think it's going to be very interesting.
What's kind of cool though is that we had this stuff. Like, it's not like we pivoted and are doing something that we weren't already working on. It's just we kind of rejigged to kind of deal with the production realities of the fact that we all can't be together, right? So it's amazing. It's cool. It's just different than what we expected.
Mm-hmm. So stay tuned. I won't say too much more. I think that kind of covers the road.
We want to tell everybody about it. No?
Well, no. I think not, Miss Takata.
Okay, not yet.
No.
That's all right, but we will jump back into closer face
cam.
But
we do have Nightwave insert, right? So that's
going
to be exciting on all platforms.
Yeah, I can go back to that.
I think that's going to, I'm hoping that clears cert very quickly. And that's going to give some story and
that looks cool.
A whole new sort of set of challenges and rewards that are really interesting. I saw in chat a question about if the ship was a skin or an actual unique ship, and it's got its own air support and everything. So the top reward's very cool.
Yep.
And then Deadlock Protocol is, getting back to our roots, having a quest and having a Warframe and all that sort of stuff. And it's really turning out great. And that's kind of been my focus right now, as well as obviously the team.
Totally. I think it's kind of crazy when we're putting together the Deadlock Protocol notes and just kind of as a team working through it. It is literally giving me Chains of Harrow flashbacks of like, okay, we have a Warframe specific quest, we have a tile set remaster, and we have just like a whole bunch of QOL and kind of new stuff coming with it. So it's very much, if you were a fan of like the Chains of Harrow update, it'll really remind you of that. I think not in the darker gothic tone. I'm just saying in terms of what it delivers as a complete package, the scope, everything. So it's really cool for fans that were Chains of Harrow, fans who were, Chains of Harrow mains or what have you. And yeah, I think that's definitely something huge to look forward to. I'm super excited for it. And we showed a lot last home stream. We showed Protea, we showed a bit of the Jackal, and we showed the tile set stuff.
Right.
So, lots of cool shit.
Here
we go. Yeah, we'll just hop into gameplay. I think one thing we mentioned was that we will be launching with the Nightwave Series 3 Ash.
If I may say,
Deluxe.
your suits you.
So I'm in gameplay right now on the dev build. Ash Deluxe is indeed coming with the Series 3
Ash?
Nightwave update, so you can grab your Deluxe skin bundle then. Currently, what I'm wearing, though, it is the TennoCon digital signed Anna. It's asymmetrical, it's one-sided, as well as I have the TennoCon 2020 digital pack sigil on the back. Of course, my profile has the glyph, which I hope you can see, actually. Yeah, you can. Okay, sweet. It, of course, comes with platinum as well, and it comes with a ship decoration. So if you like the Prex cards, you'll be getting a TennoCon 2020 Prex card. So if I go to my orbiter to decorate, you can, oh, here we go. Oh, hello, kitty. Let's see. There will be the TennoCon 2020 display. So this is one that sort of brings all the characters that you've met so far, on this ongoing story of the new war. You have OG Ballas in there, perhaps someone named Era, and then a hybrid character that you can kind of put together as this sort of the pieces of the growing story here. So that will be a card that you can get in the TennoCon 2020 digital pack as well.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, hopefully you guys are seeing it. It's just a bit delayed for you, I guess, because you're watching the stream.
Yeah, it's very delayed. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. And then there's actually as well 2 emotes coming. One with the TennoCon 2020 sigil / glyph. This is the glyph that will also be, so you get this emote as well as you get an emote that's a bit more reminiscent of the prologues we've been releasing. So, when you were doing Chimera, Apostasy, that sort of little leg of the thing. So it's like a big package of everything you've learned so far. And yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that'll be that.
And sorry, this is all in the digital pack, or how are they getting this?
Digital pack. So you can acquire this. The digital pack is launching next week on all platforms, so you'll be able to grab that, some platinum, and of course you'll be getting access to Barrow's exclusive TennoCon Relay, where he has everything he's ever sold.
Cool.
Yeah, and if I think there's a Noggle coming as well, which we'll show you next week. So there is a little special Noggle, or statue more appropriately. Any info for Girdle? Pardon?
Is it a Noggle or a statue?
I'm gonna say it's a statue.
And you should have said Noggle.
But it's Noggle size.
It's a Noggle size statue. I can't say that 3 times.
Noggle size statue. Noggle size statue. Noggle size. Scott in the group. Very true. Very true. All right. Okay. Oh, one thing I should show. I'm going to go back to gameplay. We are adding a new channel that we're slowly going to be phasing in for new players, and veteran players are invited and encouraged to participate. There's going to be a Q&A channel coming that is a dedicated Warframe question and answer channel. So if you are used to our forums, there's the Players Helping Players sub-forum, which is dedicated to asking a question, and then someone else answers it, and then you can kind of just, hopefully you got the answer that you either needed to help progress in something, a build recommendation, whatever it may be. We are going to open a dedicated channel for that that in the global channel options. This is going to be something that new players are going to be invited to first, and eventually region will just become opt-in, and this will be the intro channel for all new Warframe players that can really give a veteran Tenno a place to help directly. It's intended for that and only that, and new players will really feel that they can, you know, immediately ask a question in this channel, because that's what it's for. So if you think you have the knowledge to help out fellow players like you do in our subforums, this is the channel for you. It's going to be coming very soon.
Awesome.
Is it just open to anybody though? Because if it's gonna be open to anybody,
can't wait to say D Steve in there. You know, what are you gonna be saying in there?
There's gonna be a lot of people who don't know.
Even Warframe.
Delayed.
Okay. 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 All right.
Omega lol.
Well, why Omega lulls? Why are they lulling?
No.
Oh, because you said
That's what he's
delay.
gonna say.
Yeah, people are into it. People are into it.
Or into your
They like the chat channel idea. For sure.
excellent. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna take us now. We didn't really provide much deluxe skin updates recently, so there's been a lot we've shown, Jeff. I'm gonna hop into an amazing capture at Tile Dog Days, because I know I'm looking at snow, and that makes me sad. So we're going to the beach. Can't go to the beach.
Be a fantasy and an escape.
Yeah.
So let's do this.
Yes. So let's take a look at this beautiful beach, what we can all enjoy together, Tenno. Even if we're socially distancing, we can do this responsibly in game.
All right.
This bow is a deluxe bow coming with our dear friend Ash Deluxe. And I don't know if it's coming with Ash Deluxe actually, but now I'm totally getting sidetracked. But really cool. Have to show it right now because Ash is live on screen. What's the Ash?
I think it's coming with it.
Ash Laverian? I don't think Ash Laverian is coming with it. I know his Prex card is. Why don't you guys take a look at that?
Oh, fancy.
Mm-hmm.
By Gandalf.
I'm just going to turn the music down in game.
Pitchfork Gandalf.
Yeah, this was by Gandalf.
I like the music.
But yeah, the Ash Laverian. See, I don't know if it's coming with the update that releases the skin next week, but it is something that's done. What say you, Sinclair?
The Laverian didn't make cert, but it will be prompt on PC and then follow.
Excellent.
Yep. But it did not make the cert cutoff.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's go back to gameplay and take a look at Ash in all his glory. I just kind of turned the sound down, George. That was intentional if you are watching. Sorry. Just wanted to go over some...
funny.
Yeah, I don't know if Ash would be on the beach in this skin, to be honest. I think he's a bit too, like, you know.
He'd be in the shade, yeah.
He'd be in the shade for sure. Okay, so Garuda. Let's talk about Garuda.
Are you showing that today?
Yeah, I have it here. I don't have any of her accessories or weapons, but I do have the deluxe, and I'll just give that a little look. And you can tell.
Her claws set up?
No.
Uh-oh.
No, but I can make sure. She would also probably be in the shade now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you ring Garuda?
Deluxe is indeed. Oh, she's not. Doesn't have her holsters. Oops! Don't get mad.
Oh
Don't
no.
It's fine.
Oh, right through the chest.
Right through the chest, Garuda.
Oh no.
It's fine.
There.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, she
Chat
looks.
window away. Put that away.
Why is that chat window there?
Oh, what chat window?
That one.
What?
We saw it
What?
for a second. That's fine. It's fine. These guys are
We're
very
delayed. It's fine.
What? I'm
Oh.
always delayed. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you don't need latency for.
Story of my
Latency
life.
on my latency.
Yeah.
Stick on it.
Yep. So Garuda Deluxe, definitely one of the more unique deluxe skins. I love the leg
Unique
details.
is not the correct word, Rebecca.
And yeah, I think I screwed up the claws, but maybe don't tell anyone, Jeff.
They look a little off, yeah.
Whoa, yep.
That's why she's not shipping before anyone else.
This is dev build.
Dev build.
Yeah.
That's where we show you new stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing this. That's great.
You're welcome. There you go.
Sure, but the...
There you go, better Garuda. Yay!
Yeah.
You're not sure about the what?
Anything else you got to show?
By all means.
Claw
That'd be
levitate.
great.
Claw levitate. It's fine. That was
It is kind of
Garuda.
weird to do the... It's weird to pick the beach for these skins that you're showing.
Why?
It's so nice.
The most edgy skins we have.
The edgiest frames we have, Ash.
Fine. Fine.
The blood frame on the beach.
I'll go to Fortuna. I thought it was nice to go somewhere
I thought
where
you were gonna use like Harrow's
can't-
Temple or something. You alluded to it earlier. I thought we were going there.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, that's because that's metal.
I
And it
know,
would also
but
be warm there.
Seems
I
like a
want to
missed
go places I
opportunity.
physically can't. This is all about escape, escapism.
All right.
How dare?
I don't know.
All right.
We're yeah.
Okay, so who else can we grab today? We also have some updates, and you know what? I'm gonna go to you guys' face cam. So, all right. So this is the Korra Deluxe.
That's not
Beautiful
too bad.
skin. And I'm just gonna take a little look around here. Let me just get rid of that panel so that you guys don't get upset.
It reminds
over,
me of
you know,
the
panel
Ember
being there, the
skin
chat window.
that they showed.
So Korra
ages
Deluxe
ago.
is
That's in the game now, actually.
beautiful.
Poor Skyers killed himself on this.
Holy crap!
It's incredible. The art, like the details in the gloves
Now you could have shown that on the beach.
on the
Yeah.
beach. What?
No, that. Wow.
Yeah, incredible.
Korra got a dad bod.
I'm
Skyers
kind of
released. Skyers built
bored.
the mesh.
That's-
Again, another Liger design. At least in the custom animation set for it.
All right, let's switch to shotgun. Her stances and her animations are really incredible. This one in particular, look at that. You know what? I'll try and get that in a different view.
Oh my god.
Incredible. So this is Korra Deluxe. Again, Venari will also have the same sort of aesthetic that you see with the blossom sprouts going around her arms, like the glove detail and almost like the floral boot. That'll be basically Venari as well. So beautiful, beautiful.
Minari's looking really great.
Yeah.
Like Kavat is doing a bit like Witcher Roach kind of
Don't bother.
in the background. It's super distracting. Like what is going on?
Leave the cat alone.
Sorry.
Leave the cat alone.
Looks a little bit weird at the minute, but
Don't jump, don't ride. Don't go.
Don't ride the cat.
Excellent. All right, why don't we?
Wow, that's cool.
Yes, I cannot wait. There's going to be just stunning fashion frames. We're providing a literal just empty skybox room for you to build in. So if you are of the Dojo decorated inclined, you'll be able to build this room. It's a big box, but all it is a skybox. So if you or someone you know
It
is
took hours to do.
this is the
Look,
biggest.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, this is the biggest.
If you wanted a big box, we have one for you.
We
Thanks for
made you
playing.
the biggest box we could make. This is no doubt.
$60.
can't tell of them.
It's going to be paid
The
only.
most expensive box you've ever purchased.
People are saying it's like the holodeck. It's just a big empty room, and
It does.
Matt.
It reminds me of the holodeck.
It is. Yeah.
Totally, it's totally the holodeck.
I can't tell if they're being serious or not by them saying it took them ages to make.
I don't think so. Maybe, maybe not.
It is their plan, and I think that it's just going to be this one for now. But Matt mentioned that they were
Oh, that's really cool.
hoping to have a couple backgrounds, which is really cool.
Deluxe box.
Yes.
Yeah.
Deluxe boxes.
If you pre-order Warframe 2, you get the.
Yes, actually, no,
Yeah.
this is Warframe 2. This room is Warframe 2. Okay. Oh, well, while I'm here, I might as well show the TennoCon digital pack art that you guys will all be seeing next week. So when this does launch, you're just taking a look. You, of course, will see this beautiful art style throughout all TennoCon digital 2020 assets and stuff. This is sort of the style the team's gone with this year. It's incredible. This is the beauty shot of everything I talked about earlier in the stream. So you can pick that up next week. So basically, there's four quadrants on this chart. It's divided by depth and breadth. So what that means is, of all the frames that were used in Scarlet Spear, you can kind of take a look at what was niche, what was popular, what was broad, and what was generally unpopular. So what does that actually mean? Well, it means if something was niche, the people who used it was a very limited group, but they used it a lot. If it was popular, a lot of people used it, and the people that did use it a lot. If it was broad, it was used a lot, but not very deep. And if it was unpopular, it didn't really fit into a big depth or a big breadth. Can you read it on stream?
Poor Atlas.
This is just for Scarlet Spear, to be clear. This is
Alright.
You know what's interesting is do you remember when we were doing all the playtesting of Scarlet Spear? I was always using Mr. Prime.
Oh yeah. See, you're popular.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you guys can read
I like the confirmation. Yeah.
Yeah. So what that looks like is basically for the Scarlet Spear operation, the event. well, the popular frames were in the popular quadrant. So you see a good mix of kind of, you have your classic healers in there. Trinity Prime Hildren showed up in the popular. Banshee was just kind of on the edge of extremely niche popular, right in the middle, which is interesting.
Who needs a nerf?
Who needs a nerf? Clearly,
Well, that's what chat is saying.
Yeah.
Scott's just reacting to chat, going,
Yeah.
"Oh no."
People are really surprised about Baruch, but Baruch, I was confident would emerge as a meta, and I am very much reaffirmed in that due to this chart, because there you go. These were the frames. So
I'm kidding. I'm not nerfing any.
for those
people are scared. No nerfs.
no. For those watching at home, which frame do you think you used most, and where do you see yourself represented on this this chart? I wonder.
Who did I use? I used Chroma.
Actually, and you were always using Nova
during this event.
as well. Do you
I
remember
was
that?
using Nova.
You were Nova, and I was Mesa. And what was Megan?
Megan switched between Inaros and I think actually just Inaros, who I don't see. He's on here. He just might be layered.
Yeah, where is he?
I think he's more in the broad, but I don't remember.
Yeah, he might be right.
He's so far off the charts, he didn't make it.
Yeah, he's too.
He's just hovering above popular. Like.
Oh, I see. I see him right beside Titanium Prime.
Yeah.
There you go.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's cool. I actually like that.
Yeah.
This is a stat I like. I like looking at stuff like this.
Yeah, I thought this was really cool. And of course, we will, huge thanks to our stats team and Matt in particular for bringing this up, just in terms of we should try this with our stuff. And I think it's a really interesting look at your player choices for specific content. So there you go.
That's cool.
Yeah, neat.
Okay, wait, so you guys are cool with stats now?
I'm actually cool with that. That actually is kind of fun.
No, I'm with Steve.
No.
Shoot.
I don't like this phrasing either. I prefer a little league phrasing,
cool.
Common, uncommon, or something.
Okay.
The one thing that was hard for me was depth and breadth. I'm like, you explained it at the beginning, but I'm like, so what's best? That means Baruch's best?
That's it. I mean, it depends, right? I mean,
you're looking for something that's popular.
Rainbow Six Siege does it better.
Yeah.
I got hung up on
Warframe.
popular and broad.
Like you want someone who's far on popular and far on the broad.
Yeah, I like labels like fun, and
the
good.
fun axes.
Fun and
which
good.
one's the fun axes?
Well, I mean, it's not unsurprising to see the non-prime frames in unpopular, right? Because people graduate to the primes, so it's for the most part the prime counterpart is
the thing is, prime and non-prime should be mixed
yeah.
together.
Anyway,
you can launch it again from
this is true.
The worker. That's fun.
Another thing we're adding is a join any crew button per Proxima region for Railjack for matchmaking. So instead of having to hover over every node, if you are looking to matchmake, you can simply join any crew. So this is a bit of a streamlining effort for each region so that you can simply aboard a vessel that is open and ready for your contributions on a Railjack. So this is coming in a future update as well, Office. And one thing that's in the prototype phase, which I'll cut to gameplay quickly and then we can talk about, is an idea that has had a lot of discussion over the years, but essentially using this placeholder UI, I'm going to demonstrate. I have cleared the star chart. This is what I've done. And now I can go to Earth, and when I click a node like Mantle, which is, one of the first missions you play, it actually presents you with a hard mode option. So you can do your regular mission or hard mode, which is a version of a star chart anew once you've completed it that you can complete on hard mode. Now that's a big can of worms, and I'm hoping that we can talk a little bit.
Hi, Tenno.
But now we're good. You got a little hello from Yuri.
Hi, Tenno.
Hey, Yuri. Yeah, so I can see chat reacting. Finally, yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes.
With a little hi Tenno in between.
So, with some hell yeses. Yeah. So what's this all about, Scott? It seems interesting and also scary.
It's also scary. Hard mode. The other thing that is a part of this is after you've completed the hard mode, there's another tier that we're going to unlock as well. This basically allows you to jump into game modes on tile sets where you want a harder challenge without basically running for half hour or running for, an hour to get to those harder level enemies. So the hard mode currently is enemy base level plus 50. And then the ultra hard mode, as I call it, is base enemies plus 100 as a starting point. We're currently looking at what the rewards are for this. Currently, we're looking at resource attenuation, XP is also just boosted naturally by the enemy level that goes up. And we're also looking at potentially mastery implications and maybe some ship decorations for like trophies for completion of regions on each of the hard mode or ultra hard mode. So you get something for your ship to show that you've completed that region at that difficulty level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why are you laughing, Jeff?
The chat with High Tenno was killing.
Because it kicked in slightly in the middle of your answer too, which was...
Yeah, I can't get rid of it without playing it, so I'm just not gonna touch it. But yeah, no, I think the hard mode thing to me is like one of the most exciting ways to engage with all the levels we have again, because right now you get taken across the solar map that you've unlocked in a number of ways. You have your fishers, you have your Kubelich chase downs, but to be able to get an XP a version of earning XP on maps that you don't typically do that in, I think is going to be awesome. You know, like Hydron, you go there because of the level and the density it offers gives you that sort of XP harmony, but to have that elsewhere due to this sort of re-upped challenged solar map, I think is pretty...
Yeah. I don't necessarily think this is going to pull people out of the loot caves. I think some of those loot caves are like, they're built for people that like the known challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I think they go there because of the familiarity. They go there because they know there's going to be other players. I think Glenn talked about this a long time ago, which is like the Warframe chill, right? Like you can just kind of zone out and play the game. And I think the current loot caves that exist are kind of that. Players can go there and it's kind of a relaxing way to play the game, to grind up your gear. This, I don't necessarily see this as a replacement for that. I think this is for players that are like looking for a challenge for their gear and want to see some of the other star chart stuff, you know, or maybe chasing a little bit more progression. I think it's more for those players. Gear testing, I think, will be a big thing on this. Like, hey, now I can go test out my cool build on an actual level versus a simulacrum,
right?
Versus an enemy level that I want to test against, and it doesn't take me 45 minutes just to get to that point in survival.
Are you getting like a...
All right, so that was it for today's dev stream. What do you guys think? What did you guys think? I should actually go to this screen. This screen right here. What do you guys think about the dev stream today, guys? I think that it sort of sucks that the Naviri Paradox is gonna be out in a long time, because when did they show that off originally? Last year, and then it was intended to come out this year, and now it's coming out the year after. So that's kind of feels bad, man. Massive feels bad, man. The deluxe skins are cool. The Gerudo one was kind of a yikes. The Ash and the Korra one, they seem interesting to me, but I don't think anyone can really top the TennoGen Gerudo one that I've got here. This here one looks pretty nuts, in my opinion, at least. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to top this one, in my opinion. Stuff next week, some sort of hard mode. Yeah, the hard mode thing is probably the most interesting thing, right? Like, it's gonna really heavily depend on the rewards that they give from the hard mode. Like, they're gonna have to put in a ton of evergreen rewards in there, but then, like, up the amount of evergreen rewards that you get from it. So evergreen rewards are things like relics, endo, things that basically hold their value throughout time of playing Warframe. Having a bunch of those in there, that'll be good. I really like Steve's approach to it, like just putting it out there and then letting the community decide based on how challenging we feel it is. Rewards could be applied to, you know, the game mode, right? You can't wait to get 5k credits cash. If they put in credits caches in there, it's gonna flop and nobody's gonna use it. I think that DE Scott's take on people not using the simulacrum to demonstrate builds and try stuff out is very optimistic, because, you know, the simulacrum is probably still gonna be the best place to go to like try out your new weapons and stuff like that, for the simple fact that you can spawn in any level of enemy and you can have them stand still and you can try a bunch of different stuff like that. So, you know, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna replace the simulacrum. I think it's gonna be cool. Unofficial read. Hey everybody. I think it's gonna be cool that you know, hi everybody. the developer sent you guys over, or what? They didn't really show us much. No, not a lot was shown. I'm excited for Deadlock Protocol. I still don't know what Deadlock Protocol is. Like, does anybody in chat even know what Deadlock Protocol is meant to be? You know? You know? Just want giveaways? Oh, okay. Everybody be cool. This is a robbery. What's up, chat? Hi, everybody from the dev stream. You can't stop like, dude, I need to eat food. I just want to, like, you know, give my thoughts about the dev stream at the end here so I can, you know, edit it up and then put it in a video. So, but it's okay because I'm sending you guys over to a new player anyway. Chains of Horror 2.0. I don't really like the comparison that's going to be Chains of Horror 2.0 because I wasn't that big of a fan of Chains of Horror, but, you know. Corpus Rear, Jeff couldn't hear us. He had AirPods in. They showed some sort of credit thing. Edit thing? The dev showed us the way. They send us here, kind of, indeed. Hey, from the dev stream. What the heck is happening? A bunch of people just came in. Nothing about primes. I don't know, man. Yeah, they also talked about the Serration thing as well, which was Asasoji Tenno on Twitter. He talked about that. He talked about that on Twitter, talking about the 2015 thing, and they talked about the hard mode in that, and then 5 years later, it's in the game. I don't know, the hard mode thing was probably the most interesting thing that they talked about on that stream, and it's going to be interesting to see how they implement it in. What I would be interested to see is if you are able to access hard mode from the get-go, like as soon as you, like, what's it called? As soon as you start up the game and play a node for the first time, if you're going to have the option to choose between normal, hard, and really hard, right? Because if they tuned it in a way where as a newer player, you could still sort of like go through these different difficulties and get rewarded for it, that'll be interesting, you know? That'll be definitely interesting. Reb said at the end of the stream to go watch some Warframe streamers. Ah, Reb's really nice. Reb is really nice. But I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. 1,200 of you guys. Guys, I've been live for 7 hours. It's after you unlock arbitrations? Oh, well, that's gonna suck then. Farito, appreciate the Twitch Prime. That's gonna suck. The difficulties would probably just divide the player base. Yeah, that's something that they questioned on stream. They said that they talked about it internally, you know? So I don't know, man. I would just like to see like the difficulties being implemented from the get-go, and then having like an ultra hard difficulty after arbitrations, which was the level 150 or 100 and level 160 plus that they were talking about, and then having like different levels on the star chart, you know, for players to do and whatnot. I'm not sure if that's bad though. Right now you have people rushing through Earth with an Ignis before new players. Yeah, that's true as well. You know, dividing the player base in that sense might be good for the game, because then it actually gives the newer players the chance to play the game, because you do have people who are doing missions to farm things like resources, neurodes, endo, mods, specifically, etc. I don't think that introduce this hard mode is going to change that up necessarily, because like Scott said on the dev stream, that the loot caves are going to stay the loot caves, right? So your Hydron is going to remain your Hydron, and let's say your excavation on Earth is going to remain the go-to place to farm neurodes, or whatever the case may be. That's still going to stay the same, because it's like the easiest mission that you can choose. What they could do to change that up is like increasing the amount of resources or stuff that drop from that, but then you're getting into weird balancing territory where players might get too much if they were to play the hard mode difficulty or something like that. You know, like if they had a resource booster on top of the hard mode multiplier for resources or something, that could be problematic for the developers, because it could make it so that people are flying through the game way too fast, right? And just create a problem at the end of the day. But I don't know. It's gonna depend how they implement this hard mode stuff. It really is, and the rewards that you get from it. What's happening with the website? The website is still in development, dude. Still in development. Yeah, it's gonna have increased affinity. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have bonus XP from it simply because you're playing against higher level enemies. You know. So in that sense, like, if I was playing, right, like, I'm mastering 27, I start off with 27 BS capacity on my weapons and my warframes, so I'm able to put like a pretty decent build on my weapons before jumping into a mission for the first time with it, right? So in that sense, I could jump into those missions and get a ton of XP from those rather than doing the likes of Hydron or something, for example. So I would be more inclined to go to one of these hard mode missions to level up my items, simply because I know that the build that I throw on is going to be able to hold those enemies off, right? But yeah. You take a break from streaming? Dude, I'm about to end the stream now. I just wanted to sort of like have my thoughts about the dev stream here at the end. I'm going to shut off and get my dinner because, like I said, I've been live for 7 hours. So thank you guys for coming over from the dev stream, but I'm going to be shooting off now, guys. I'm live again on Monday, 12 p.m. BST, so if you need any help with Warframe or want to ask any questions or have, you know, conversation about anything, feel free to jump on over and do the stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys over to my cousin who's currently streaming. He's a completely new player to the game, so you guys can go in there and backseat him and help him out with the game because I haven't taught him anything about the game. So I'm going to go ahead and host him now. Thank you guys for coming over today, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye, chat.